Imagine this. Your alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. for your morning study session. You look at your phone and hit the snooze button. Or maybe you're coming home from work and instead of reviewing estate planning, you take your kids to the playground. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. When talking to CFP candidates, I consistently hear about 4 challenges. Lack of commitment. Do I really want to be taking this exam right now? Overwhelm. I don't know where to start. Scheduling. I don't have time to study. And motivation. I just can't get myself to do it. Did any of those sound familiar? Hey, I'm Lynn, and I'm documenting my CFP journey while bringing the lessons I learned from 15 years in tech to simplify and optimize your journey. And today, we're going to be applying those optimization principles to get you over the hump of studying for the CFP exam. Let's start with the first challenge, lack of commitment. I've been shocked at just how many people tell me they're taking the exam, but 2.5 months out, they still haven't registered or picked a test prep provider. Well, I'm just going to see how it goes. If that's where you're at, well, honestly, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. You don't decide to run a marathon and then just see how it goes. You're not about to stumble into running 26.2 miles, and you're not about to stumble into passing this exam. Look, I get it. Work is crazy. Life is crazy. But here's the thing. There will never be a perfect time to study for the CFP exam. So unless you're getting married this summer or having a kid soon, or you're in the middle of purchasing a book of business, now is as good of a time as any. So commit. I mean, I don't know about you, but shelling out $2,000 for a prep course, another $1,000 for the exam, well, that goes a long way towards being pot committed. Nothing focuses the mind like knowing you've got $3,000 on the line. Well, let's say you registered and now you're staring at the massive study guides and thinking, where do I even start? Here's the thing. Most review material follows the order of the CFP board's knowledge domain document. And that's just not simply a good way to learn the material. If you're going from couch to marathon, you wouldn't start by running a 5K. You would ease yourself into it. You'd alternate between walking and running, and then maybe you'd slowly run 5 minutes. Then and only then would you attempt a longer run. The same principle applies here. Start with the overview of the financial planning process. This gives you the big picture of how everything fits together, and it eases you back into the study habit. Then move on to ethics. It's foundational, and you'll want to review it at least 3 times during your studies, in the beginning, middle, and in the days right before the exam. From there, pick a topic you are already familiar with. Maybe it's investments because you've been working in wealth management, or it's insurance if that's what your background's in. Build momentum and confidence. Next, tackle a topic that you have some basic understanding of and flesh out the details. Then, and only then, should you take on one of the more difficult topics. Now, what's difficult? Well, that's personal, but you probably already know from the coursework which topics you struggled with the most. And now, here's a pro tip. Look at your calendar and identify weeks when you know you will have less time to study because of work projects or personal events. Schedule lighter topics like psychology or financial planning during those weeks. And this approach breaks down the mountain into manageable hills, giving you a clear, gradual progression. Now let's tackle the next challenge. I don't have time to study. I actually have a whole separate video on this topic about how to make 20 hours a week of studying available. But let me give you the crash course. It comes down to what I call the 3 Ds. Decrease, delegate, and delete. Take a hard look at what's really filling your calendar and ask yourself 3 questions. First, which activities can I do less of? Maybe it's less Netflix time. Now, don't completely eliminate all your downtime because that can lead to burnout, but be more aware and more disciplined. Second, what responsibilities can I delegate? This might mean asking your spouse to take over some household tasks or ordering out dinner more often. And third, what can I temporarily stop doing altogether? Weekend hikes, team happy hours, even volunteering events maybe can go on pause for a few months. Finding study time is going to take sacrifice, and it's absolutely going to require support from 2 key people, your significant other and your boss. Have direct conversations with both of them. Explain what you're working towards, why it matters, and specifically how they can support you during this temporary push. Remember, this is not forever, it's just for exam prep. But those conversations need to happen now, not when you're stressed and already behind. Finally, let's address the elephant in the room: motivation. Look, motivation is a myth. Sure, maybe you've got that one friend whose entire identity is wrapped up in becoming a CFP and they dive into studying with enthusiasm. But those folks are unicorns, and more likely what's motivating them is a job requirement or a potential promotion. For the rest of us mere mortals, studying 2 to 3 months for this test is a chore. No one wakes up motivated and no one comes home excited to crack open books. So here's what you do instead. Realize that your feelings, thoughts, and actions are actually separate things. They influence each other, sure. Feeling tired? Well, then you're probably not going to act on studying. But it also works the other way around. Choose to act first, and your feelings and thoughts will follow. Develop a consistent study routine, and then it becomes automatic. I study at this time, in this place, with this playlist. And that last one can be really powerful. A while back when I was training, I created a pump up playlist. The first song on that list was Bruno Mars's 24 Karat Gold. To this day, when I hear that song, my body's like, all right, let's go. Now, if studying the environment doesn't get you going, try this. Tell yourself, I'm just going to study for 15 minutes. That's it. If after 15 minutes of actual study, you still aren't feeling it, give yourself permission to stop. But here's the secret. 9 times out of 10, once you start, you keep going. Finally, if all else fails, create external accountability. You are more likely to go on a run if you've got a running buddy. Use the same principle here. Join a study group. Not a Discord channel with 40 strangers. That's not accountability. No one's about to follow up with you. Instead, find 1 to 4 other people using the same prep provider and meet once or twice a week to work through practice problems together. By the way, I'm also not above bribery, aka rewarding yourself. This shouldn't be all about grind. Have something to look forward to. Maybe for every 3 hours of studying, you get an hour of video games. Or after completing each domain, you treat yourself to a massage or a nice dinner out. Remember, action comes first and motivation will follow, not the other way around. If you're ready to commit to the CFP exam, check out my video where I compare the top test providers and share what Reddit has to say about each. Or if you're ready to ease into studying, start with this overview of the Code of Ethics. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.